Have you guys ever had to pee like mid podcast?
Usually not a problem. No.
I don't think so. No.
That makes sense. I was just curious.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I've seen like people in like what was it, Theo Vaughn's podcast one time. Like I think he was talking to Gravy, and he's like, "Yo, can I take like a bathroom break?" And they're like, "Oh yeah." And then they just chopped it or whatever. But then it was.
We don't podcast very long usually.
No, I was gonna say it's usually only about an hour, isn't it?
Yeah, like max we go an hour.
Yeah, because like I think Theo's is like it's like 2.5 hours or something. Like you're watching like a fucking feature film.
Oh
yeah, and then like a lot of the time like they record for like way longer.
Yeah, totally right. So it makes sense.
Yeah, let me just pull up online-stopwatch.com.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me go into Do Not Disturb real quick. Okay. Just because
Are you also gonna pull up online-stopwatch.com?
Should I? I can.
Should we all be pulling up on online-stopwatch.com?
You don't need to be keeping time codes or paying attention to anything.
Oh,
you're fine. You don't need online-stopwatch.com.
Oh,
I just like saying that.
I have the OBS recording time.
Oh, okay.
You have the OBS recording of online-stopwatch.com?
Yeah, I
well,
do. That's the actual recording.
Obviously, you have the recording time, but I need like actual podcast time.
Right.
You know?
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll use online-stopwatch.com.
Online- sponsor us, please, for the love of God.
This is a website that very clearly is like updated once every like 10 years.
Hell yeah.
But it works.
But hey, if it works, don't fix it. You know.
Exactly. All right, let's go.
Online-stopwatch.com.
What?
Never mind. God.
It's almost like a cult thing. You know?
I think it is. That's what we're all about.
Like when HBO Max gets a cult, they'll just be like online-stopwatch.com.
I've been trying to get a cult. You know,
dude, I feel like it'd be kind of cool, like to run one, not to be in one.
Yeah, like I mean, I don't know, like cults are so negative. Like, can we like have like the first that's just like a chill cult? You know?
Yeah, like hey man, like you're free to go. You know, like.
Because like you look at these like cult documentaries, right? And they're like living out off the grid. Mm-hmm. They got like their own fucking power plants and shit, and they're just like totally self-sustaining. They don't fucking deal with anybody. And then they'd have to do like fucked up shit once they get out there, right? Could you imagine just like being in that situation, but everything's chill?
So you mean like the Unit 19 compound?
Oh, just
exactly. Unit 19
exactly.
Compound,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's just chilling, man. Like, or living, man. LIVIN.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
And you believe you do some, like we're gonna like, do something like obviously you gotta have some like weird beliefs about aliens or something,
I mean,
obviously.
I feel like it'd be weird if you didn't.
Charisma.
Yeah.
We just won't like kill anybody.
Yeah, we all,
they frown upon that.
Read industrial societies in their future every day, but
exactly.
Chill.
We just started the Industrial Revolution and make our own technology.
Hell yeah.
We mail nail bombs to airports and universities.
Yeah, dude. Let's.
Other than that,
it's chill. Totally chill.
You gotta have that one little bit, Yeah, vibes.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, cults.
Yeah. Then the government shows up and burns us alive, like in Waco.
I don't think I've seen that movie. I'm assuming it's about a cult.
No, that's a real thing that happened.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
The Branch Davidians.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh,
David Koresh.
David Koresh. I feel like I've... Oh, my camera's just being dumb. Is it really choppy for you guys?
It was for a bit,
yeah,
but it looks good now.
You're good now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to make sure because I don't want it to look bad for the recording.
Yeah, for sure.
No worries.
Yeah, every time I think of a cult, I think of Criminal Minds. Because there's an episode where they ought to like go in there. This guy's a big god guy, and like they send in like a couple agent to sneak in, and she gets compromised, and it gets kind of crazy.
Criminal Minds, the one with the guy from Dharma and Greg, right?
I don't think I've seen Dharma and Greg.
Oh, you haven't seen Dharma and Greg? A good show, man. Good show.
Talking about like Shamar Moore.
Shamar Moore.
Yeah. You combine I just, if I was him, I'd be like
Thomas Gibson.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
He was in Dharma and Greg. He played Greg.
Oh, cool.
In Dharma and Greg.
In Dharma and Greg. That's about it's like a hippie girl is married to like a stuffy businessman, and there's conflict at home, you know?
What?
Yeah, it makes.
Yeah.
Wait, opposites attract?
Yeah.
That's great.
Free-spirited Dharma, a yoga instructor and dog trainer, meets and falls for polar opposite Greg, a Harvard-educated U.S. attorney.
Damn.
Wow.
That's dope.
That's a great premise for a show.
Absolutely.
It is.
Like a bad sitcom.
Yeah, how long did this last for?
Oh, it's a show. It's not a movie.
First episode date, September 24th, 1997. Last episode date, April 30th, 2002. It went for a bit.
That's pretty good, though. I mean, I feel like you get like 4 or 5 seasons out of a TV show. That's you could consider that a critical success, right? Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah. Show got 8 Golden Globe nominations, 6 Emmy noms.
Wow.
Damn.
That's incredible.
Should we turn this into a Dharma and Greg podcast?
Yeah, Dharma and Greg rewatch podcast.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Yeah, where's the Netflix Dharma and Greg reunion? You know,
Mm-hmm.
True.
Give the people.
Yeah,
What
they
they want.
keep bringing out all these other ones. Come on now.
Where's D&G? Dolce and Gabbana? No. Dharma and Greg.
Dharma and Greg. Exactly.
Dharma and Greg, man. Who Dolce?
All
More
about
like
the
get him
D&G.
out of
All right, let's get this thing started.
Fuck us up.
What's up, Internet? Welcome to Maximum Ruckus Reviews. First episode, Myrrh. I am your host, Jose Ruckus, a.k.a. the Fresh David Koresh. Joining me, as always, Makenna, the Magician May.
That's
What's up,
me.
Mac?
Hiya. How are you?
I'm doing great. We got a guest on the show today.
We do.
Brayden Koryzma back on the show.
How we doing, everybody?
Oh.
I'm so excited to be back. Are you kidding me?
I love all aboard the Myrrh train, you know?
The merch train, that's right.
Oh,
I love being here, and I love spending time with you guys, especially now because the first time we recorded an episode, I've never physically met you guys.
No.
And now we
That's
drank
true.
together and we partied it up.
Now we're best friends.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. You know? Now it's just,
we've all been in the same room together.
We have
This is
been
true.
in the same room.
And
yes.
we're all in the same room now.
Yes.
It's true.
We're
I
still
get it.
recording on Discord because it's easy, but yeah.
it's easy. Yeah,
This
exactly.
is is one big room with, you know, we each get to decorate our quadrant
Exactly.
however we want.
Exactly. I'm in my
Yeah.
cubicle. We actually have to, we actually mute each other through everything so we don't, reverb
Right.
off
Exactly,
each
yeah.
other.
Exactly. Notice how you can't see all 4 corners of our rooms.
Yep.
That's why.
Yeah, you only get 3.
Exactly.
Who's in the fourth quarter? Nobody knows.
It's a
Who knows?
rotating
That's the
corner.
intern.
Yeah, exactly. Will they make it? I don't know.
Time will tell.
Now, Brayden, this is the very first episode of Myrrh.
Ooh, I like this. This is exciting.
HBO Max, dead. Gone.
Dead, just in the water, like you held
Shot
it
in the back
underneath
of the
there.
head.
Yeah,
Lit it
Like
on fire and burned alive like a Branch Davidian.
that's. Oh wow. Okay, McKenna gutted them. Shit.
We're killing HBO Max.
All I have is a pen near me.
My mom, this was my grandfather's, and I got it a few weeks back along with some binoculars, and a tape with American Idol on it. And
So that's a fish knife?
I don't know.
I guess for audio listeners, we all just pulled out knives. Yeah, that's like
that
a fish knife.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
for,
it's like filleting a fish. Like you're like
Yeah.
swing,
Swing. Yeah, and it comes you get catfish. That was his nickname.
That's cool.
And
Are you gonna start fishing?
I would like to fish. I think I talked to Brayden about this before. That I would really like to fish someday.
Yeah, like 'cause I was telling her because I remember how it came up, but I go fishing like once, maybe twice a year, and because I just wait for people to invite me on their boat, and then they have fishing rods, and we're like, all right, well, let's do some trolling, let's do something.
Yeah.
I used to fish a bit back. But
Yeah, I thought we
like
lost
that a
him for a
little
second.
This is you're back now.
just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
I used to fish about once or twice a year as well, out here.
Yeah.
Sacramento River, salmon.
Capital
That's how
River.
they do it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
salmon goes hard.
Yeah, hell yeah. But yeah,
I wonder why they have.
Sorry.
I was gonna say, wonder why the L in salmon. Like, who cares?
Salmon.
Yeah. Why does it matter?
Salmon. Yeah.
Just salmon. Yeah, I got in trouble about a week ago because apparently, allegedly, I pulled the knife on my sister. But no, I was not pulling the knife on my sister. I was pulling the knife on this little elf that we had. Have I talked about Blueberry on the show before?
I
No.
don't think so.
Okay, let me tell you about this bastard named Blueberry, right? So, so my mother works in kindergarten, and this child left it's like Elf on the Shelf, but it was like maybe from the dollar store or something, and it was this little blue elf named Blueberry. And this kid left it there over Christmas break, and my mom thought that she would see him over break because of, like, basketball. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Possibility of seeing him over Christmas break. And I hate him with all of my being because he looked creepy, and I hate him, and I wanted to throw him out the window any chance I got, and I just wanted to rip him from limb.
Well, you know who lives in the fourth quarter of this giant room.
Don't you dare say it. How dare you? You take
Did you
that
imagine?
back.
Come on out, Blueberry, and he's just.
He's like this. But like,
Honest.
my sister would torture me with pictures of him.
Jose,
and so you pulled the knife on him?
Yeah, I did because I hate him. I'll send you guys a picture of Blueberry.
Oh, thank you. Jose, I think for, the anniversary of you guys' shows, you should hire somebody to dress up as Blueberry.
So lock down a costume.
I'll beat him
Like,
up.
is Blueberry's skin purple?
So is he's just dressed in blue?
He's just dressed in blue.
Like,
I don't know. I just have a personal vendetta against him.
I don't think I've ever seen such a dark side of Mac before. That thing is adorable. What the fuck?
I hate him.
Yeah, this is not that creepy at all.
I hate him.
Yeah, make sure to put this in the drop this for the audience right here.
Yeah. 1450 got it. Blueberry.
I mean, I could see how it
this thing's very small.
Yeah, he is. He's tiny. Let me show you a picture of him without his hat on.
You know who protects? You know what protects? People from Blueberry entering the homes. Koryzma. Yeah. Koryzma protects us all.
We packed away the Christmas stuff a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh, maybe my mom will put Koryzma in a bin. Maybe I'll find him in the trash can. No, he is still on, because I put him on the stocking holder or whatever. He's still on there.
Yeah.
So
he's a year-round gift. You know what I mean? Like, he's not just for the seasonal.
No, he's all around.
Yeah. Because Christmas comes twice a year.
That's celebrate.
Every 6 months.
Every 6 months. What kind of holiday? Excuse me. I'm getting choked up over it. I'm just getting so distracted. I can't do two things at once.
Bray, what movie did you bring for this very first episode of Myrrh?
Well, I brought Jurassic Park: The Lost World, and I'm very excited.
Damn.
Super stoked about it. It's probably, for me, it is the best Jurassic Park film out of all 6. It's hands down my favorite one. And
really?
Yeah. I love it so much. Like, it would be like 2 and then 1 for me.
Interesting.
And I think
that's a hot take.
It is. I like it. I think I like it because this is like life or death situation. Like, from the moment you're on that island, you know what I mean? Like, you're not like there's no, jolly fun times. It's just like straight to the action. Like, we don't know what's gonna happen.
Hell yeah.
And also the variety of dinosaurs, I think, is super good in that film.
Yeah.
That is true. There is a lot I think there's like over double like the screen time of dinosaurs in this one compared to the first one.
Because like I feel like in the first one they're building up so much to like that last like the final act, whereas there's just like ebbs and flows of them, like especially with like InGen coming in and stuff like that. But yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite films.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I'm into it. Mac, do you have some facts and figures for us?
I have facts and figures for you. The Lost World Jurassic Park was released on May 23rd, 1997. Why did we bring up 97 before? That wasn't in the podcast. Never mind. I think that may have been pre-show content.
I don't remember that at all.
Was 97 brought up? I can't remember.
Not that I recall.
That may have been a conversation with my family. Now I'm thinking about it. A budget of $73 million. Box office $618.6 million.
Yeah.
It was the second highest grossing film of 97. Do you guys want to take a stab at what the first highest grossing film of 97 was?
1997.
And 7.
Was it? This is the year I can't really think of anything. No, I don't know.
Was it Kindergarten Cop? I don't know what movie that year that came out, but
you're close. It was Titanic.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, I was thinking that came out in like 99.
I know, that's what when I saw
also
that.
was thinking 99.
So I was just like,
I saw that and I was like, oh, I wonder what the first highest is. I was like, okay, that checks out.
Like that makes sense, knowing that.
Right.
But yeah, for some reason I thought it came out later, so I was, it didn't even cross my mind.
Which, of course, beat Jurassic Park for
yes,
highest grossing film ever.
Yes.
Yeah. Until Avatar.
And then superheroes.
Still Avatar.
Is it still Avatar?
Yeah. They re-released it into
That's
theaters.
Right.
Yeah.
They took it back.
As James Cameron said, "Screw you guys, I want the top place back."
Give it back.
Yeah.
The opening weekend had made $72 million, and it took the record from 95's Batman Forever, which took the record from Jurassic Park in 93, which took the record from Batman Returns in 92. So, Batman and Jurassic Park doing a little give and take.
Fighting over it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a little cute little, back and forth.
Yeah, exactly.
When you look at the highest grossing films of 1997, it makes me yearn for a different time in film. You know what else is on this list?
What?
So number 1, Titanic. Number 2, Lost World. Number 3, Men in Black. Dope flick.
Great flick.
4, Tomorrow Never Dies. James Bond.
Of course.
5, Air Force One. Harrison Ford as the president.
Whoa.
Number 6, As Good as It Gets. Like a romantic comedy with Jack Nicholson and Helen Hunt. That's the 6th highest grossing movie of the year. And 7, Liar Liar.
Wow.
Jim Carrey.
That's
just like, and then My Best Friend's Wedding at number 8. Like,
that's crazy.
What used year. To just like sell out movie theaters back in the day? Insane.
We got to do that. We have to figure out how to do that now. Sell out a whole movie theater.
Could you imagine there being like a rom-com that just like everybody went and saw? And
like everyone's like, you need to see this. Even like,
oh, have you seen?
Like the toughest guys are like, like the toughest guys are like, let's go watch As Good as It Gets, honey. Like, and they're like, really? Like,
there was just nothing else to do,
Yeah.
It's just like The Weekend. What were you gonna do? You're gonna go out and watch a movie,
or cocaine and benders? I guess I don't know if people. Or maybe that's probably more the '80s. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the '80s, my parents said they went to the movies a lot because they had dollar movie night. So it was either dollar movie night or cocaine and benders.
Yep. Those were the only two things that were available to people.
Exactly. No in between. Sorry, I can't read my writing. There were nearly 1,500 storyboards made out for this movie, for precise planning for shooting involving action, dinosaurs, and special effects. Spielberg and Kep discarded most of the scenes and ideas from the Lost World book. but they kept a few things. They kept the second dinosaur island, the dangling trailer, the stowaway child, and the dinosaur parent behaviors. Then everything else, I guess, was changed. I haven't read the book yet.
Yeah, it's a super. I just read like the plot synopsis. Like I wasn't gonna get in and read this book or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very, very different.
Interesting.
Like, now, do you think they changed it in a good way, Jose, from what you've read, or is it like?
I've heard that the book's like not well loved. So
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
I got it sitting on my bookshelf.
yeah.
Yeah. We'll see if I get around it someday.
Honestly, the film does good. You know, you might not need to.
Yeah, that might not need it.
There's some good set pieces in that film, and like, so I get really pumped about a lot of them.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Completely agree with that.
Like the trailer sequence is probably one of the. It's like, I'm like, dude, Amy Hennig saw that and it's like, put that in Uncharted. You know what I mean? Like,
put that shit in there.
Yeah, get that shit in this game.
Yeah, that scared the shit out of me. That's like one of my biggest fears. Being in a car. A
dinosaur tries to push you off a cliff.
Tries to push you up
Biggest fear.
I'm not going to be able to hold on to that rope. Like, I'm just going to get rope burn all the way down and then fall. Like, there's no hope for me holding on, especially in the rain.
And that's all you're going to be thinking about the entire time you're falling down the cliff is like, my hands.
I knew this was going to happen someday.
I can't believe I moisturized this late in the game. My hands are so slippery.
Yeah. Damn it. Oh, lotion. Kep taped a fan letter next to the computer screen while he was writing this movie because the fan letter complained that he waited too long to show the dinosaurs in the first movie.
Dang, interesting. I mean, technically, we got him in the opening scene, technically.
Right, exactly. That's what I was trying to think. I was like, wait.
But I feel like, I feel like in the first one, they built it up so perfectly.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, they built it up to, like, they're terrifying fucking creatures.
Right.
Imagine going to see Jurassic Park. Fantastic film. Becomes the highest grossing movie of all time when you're going to see it. And you just get home and you're just like, I gotta tell the writer, he fucked up, man. He didn't show the dinosaurs fast enough.
And little did you know, it made an impact on the damn film, the next film.
It did.
He's like, this guy, I'm gonna show the dinosaurs so goddamn fast this time.
There's gotta be at least 2 of these guys.
Opening scene, bam, dinosaur.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess, the compies are sort of there to fuck up the little girl.
Yeah.
Right
there. Start of the movie.
Start of the movie. And they bring in one of the greatest transitions ever right after that.
So good. That's one of my notes. A+. I think Brandon had sent me that scene like a while ago. And I was like, wow, it's still just as good. I even though I knew it was going to happen.
With the context.
It's absolutely unhinged. Like a decision to make in the editing bay.
Especially so, like, the opening scenes. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. I think about that transition every once in a while. And I'm like, that exists.
I want to shake the editor's hands,
Yeah, dude.
Let's see here. The 2 T-Rex models weighed 9 tons each, and they had to build the sets around them. Not for them, to move them, but around them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, big boys.
But there wasn't really much CG. I mean, I'm sure there was a little bit of CG, but they probably used as much.
Yeah.
Like,
So they used way more CG in this one than they did in like the previous ones because they felt like they had kind of like they mastered the technology better in the first one. And so they were just more iterating on it. But like for like the bigness of like a dinosaur pushing stuff around, you had to have the model.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Or when Peter Stormary's getting eaten by the compies or whatever, they just gotta cover him in fake compies.
They're like rubber chickens. They're kind of just throwing them on them. Like, all right, man, you got this.
Good luck. And my final fact and figure. The baby T-Rex sounds were of a juvenile camel crying for its mother.
Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah. And those are facts and figures for the Lost World Jurassic Park. That's Jurassic
dope.
Park. Just in case.
Those are some cool. Those are some cool facts. I like that they built them around.
Yeah.
Like the models, or I guess the.
Yeah, like there was actually some like weird stuff with because like they shot in San Diego the whole final sequence or whatever.
Yeah,
and like they didn't want to spoil that there's a T-Rex
in San
Diego. So they just built like these like giant retaining walls around the set
to like
block stuff off, which was like apparently like a huge pain in the ass.
Don't you think they would have like heard like the people like would have been like standing and just like heard like the T-Rex roar or something like that, or like the they would have, or don't you think there would have been like logos around like filming?
Well, so like I think people knew that it was Jurassic Park.
Okay.
But like I don't think that they like knew why they were filming in San Diego. Right, that there was going to be this massive set piece scene at the end of the movie.
Yeah. It's definitely an interesting like twist in the sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it comes out of fucking nowhere, man.
Yeah, I know.
Like the ending of this movie is an entirely different movie.
It is like it was. I don't even think it was really necessary, but like at the same time, it was kind of neat to see how they assumed like the T-Rex would react in a human kind of world.
Mm-hmm.
I wish more of the movie was just like the dinosaur in a city. I think that's like
and that's why I liked. That's why I like Jurassic World Dominion.
Yeah, I kind of want to check that one out because it actually does like something different instead of just like like, oh, you're on an island, dinosaurs on the island, dinosaurs loose on the island. Like that's because kind of like most of the Jurassic Park movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like it is neat to see like somebody try to do something different with it. What kind of bums me out about this movie, like Steven Spielberg's still killing it, right? Like this is a super fun movie to watch. All like the action stuff's great, but like the story just kind of bums me out in this one because so much of it feels like they're just doing like the first one again, like going out to an island, dinosaurs, and like Mac knows like the end of the Jurassic Park book teases like such a cool idea for a sequel, and then they just didn't follow up on it at all.
Right.
Like. At the end of the book, they know that dinosaurs escaped from the island and that like these like government people like come to them and are like, yo, because like, like the lysine deficiency with the dinosaurs, right? Like if they're not given enough lysine, they'll just die or whatever. And they're like, yo, we're like something is like tearing a pathway through the jungle, just eating everything that has lysine in it. Just like noticeably just like wiping out this area in a straight line. And it's like, oh, that's a cool, like dinosaurs are just in the jungle with people and stuff. And then they're like, forget that, there's another island.
Well, Steven Spielberg said like when he was shooting the first movie, he was like, yeah, if there's a sequel, it'll be about like they find Nedry's the aerosol can with the DNA or whatever.
Right.
And then that didn't happen.
That they retconned that so fast.
Yeah, it's a weird thing because like Michael Crichton didn't want to write a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
He like this is the first time he ever wrote a sequel to one of his books. And he basically the only reason he did was because Steven Spielberg made him. He was just like, yo, like we will make so much money if you write this book. You need to write this book. And then Steven Spielberg didn't want to direct this movie either.
Oh,
he was going to produce it and hand it off to somebody else. But like he just couldn't like get anybody else to do it who he trusted with it. So he just like, and also he had come off like he took like 4 or 5 years in between making. He made Jurassic Park, Schindler's List the same year, and then took like 5 years off before he made this one. So this is like his first film in like a while because he was setting up stuff with DreamWorks at the time because he's one of the founders of DreamWorks Studio or whatever. So he hadn't been able to make a movie in a long time. And so like DreamWorks was in like huge financial troubles. So it seems like he just like made this movie as like, yo, we got to get some cash.
Yeah, because I guess DreamWorks, it was like a DreamWorks film, isn't it?
No, so that's actually one of like the weird things about this movie, and like they kind of got like mocked for, which was like Steven Spielberg coming out of his like 5-year hiatus to make a Universal movie instead of a DreamWorks movie. Which DreamWorks had been around for like 2 years at this point, and they hadn't made a single movie yet, or like maybe like closer to 4. Like they had like one TV show on the air, and that was it.
Interesting.
Like they spent so long like setting up. So like following this, he would do Amistad and Saving Private Ryan like back to back.
Oh wow.
Which, you know, both
great films,
awesome fucking great movies. But like, yeah, like he was getting like made fun of a lot of just like there's this story of like them going to this like super rich guy party, right? And Steven Spielberg and David Katzenberg, two of the guys who started DreamWorks, some of the rich guys gave them like a gag gift. It was the DreamWorks doll, and like, so it's like a doll with like a pull string back, right? And the gag is that you pull the string and then nothing happens. Like the DreamWorks, it gets all wound up and then nothing happens. So they were like getting made fun of at the time.
Damn,
that's
like,
crazy.
I think Spielberg was just like, "Yo, we need a win like now."
For sure.
And
they got it.
Jurassic Park, guaranteed win.
Yeah.
Now we have Shrek.
Exactly.
Exactly. Like they got the win.
Big dub.
And I bet you, I'm curious to see if like Michael Crichton would have been like, "Nah, I won't write this if you're not directing it too." You know what I mean?
That might have been part of it too, because yeah, he was definitely like very against doing it. And like, I mean, you can tell just by like some of the talk around it, like Ian Malcolm is killed off in the goddamn first book.
Yeah.
And then he brings him back in the second book because he was literally like, I've got nothing else to say, and like I just need Ian Malcolm there to like talk about stuff.
Just chaos, man. You know, life finds a way.
They said the thing. They said the thing twice.
I mean, that's what's kind of interesting, because they could have killed him in the first movie, because like when he was like thrown into the bungalow or whatever, when he was covered in hay, they could have just been dead right there if they wanted to. But I'm glad they didn't, because I really liked his character in this one.
It's a much better decision not to kill him. In the context of the book, honestly, he's a much more annoying character in the book. So
interesting. Yeah, that's fair.
So like, you're not that sad to see him go in the book. But yeah, no, like I don't think you can kill Jeff Goldblum.
No.
Way too likable.
He is like
immortal.
I think of the original cast, he's definitely the most iconic. Like if you think about the main trio.
Yeah.
Like I think
he definitely leaves the biggest impression. I do think it's weird to make him like to go from like a side character to being like the lead role.
Totally.
Especially because like he spends the whole movie being like, oh, he's so experienced with dinosaurs, and like, oh man, no, I've been around these dinosaurs too much. It's like you had like one run-in with the T-Rex, and then you just like were on a bed the rest of the time.
Looking damn good too while he's at it, you know?
Yeah.
Like he's pretending like he was Dr. Grant in the first movie throughout this entire movie.
He even does the thing where he's like, you know, don't run, don't move. He did exactly what Dr. Grant told him in the first movie.
Yeah. He listened, right? He's like, oh yeah, shit, like this got me out the first time. Let's try it again, right? Like,
well, he fucks it up in the first one.
Well, he does, because he starts running.
He runs out of the Jeep and fucking like runs away.
Yeah, he grabs the flare and he's like, get the kids! And he's like, over here. And it's like, what are you doing, man?
He's like, that T-Rex was leaving, dude.
Yeah, like,
we were fine.
We were going to get out of here scot-free. And then, boom, the kids and him are in the jungle. Or like, kids and Grant.
Tim and Lex, they for one scene, but
for one scene. They're like,
what the That always like weirded me out. So I remember watching this for the first time and seeing Tim and Lex and be like, oh, they're getting like, oh, they're like, we're getting the whole like cast, and then like, nope, they're gone.
No.
And then it's just Goldblum and like, all right, guys, we're
Goldblum and then a bunch of other characters who are just like, oh yeah, all these guys can die.
But I love that they have Vince Vaughn out of nowhere for no reason. But I was like, I'm here for it because I love Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn has like, I mean, it's one of like the funniest scenes in the movie where like when like the InGen people show up and they've got all the guns and stuff, you know, and then he's like, oh, but Hammond, there's one thing Hammond sent that you guys don't know about. They're like, what's that? He's like, me, and he pulls out a gun, he cocks. I'm like, dude, you're Vince Vaughn. You're not intimidating. You do not look cool right now.
Hey, yeah, I don't disagree. I don't think he's the most intimidating, but would you say he's more intimidating than Jeff Goldblum? You know, like, you know,
I will say there's like one scene when they get on the island and Jeff Goldblum's holding a gun, like a big ass gun, and you can tell he's probably never held a gun before because he does not look comfortable.
He's like, this is awkward and big, and I just want to drop it.
Where did his daughter come from?
They never really. I mean, at least I'm sure maybe they go into the book, but they never really stem. Yeah. I'm assuming just a past relationship.
Right. That's what. I don't know.
I think she might be adopted.
Okay. Yeah, because I think I read somewhere there was like Steven Spielberg, because like someone else was. I don't know. And then they like had a scene explaining.
There's definitely some kind of like homage to, because I believe like Steven Spielberg's kids, I believe, are at least one of them is adopted. And she's black, and I think that's why. Because there's like that one scene where they're like, hey, they don't look alike or whatever, you know?
Yeah, Vince Vaughn's character, Nick. I think they're like, he's like, I don't see the similarity here.
Yeah, so I think it's supposed to be that she's adopted.
Oh, okay.
No, that's cool.
Like she's cool.
Yeah, okay. You know, he was definitely pretty choked that she snuck aboard.
Yeah.
Considering all like how like she thinks it's all cool, like everything's gonna be fine, and then all of a sudden everything is just a nightmare.
Yeah.
And now he doesn't have to worry about just himself; he's got to worry about her, and that's probably the scariest thing as a father, right there.
I like when she does the gymnastics stuff, and then Jeff Goldblum's like, "Yeah, you got cut from the team." Like.
Now, like, did you which set pieces were you guys a fan of?
Let's see. I always loved the scene where the dinosaur like rams that dude through a car. That's my favorite scene in the movie.
Yeah, he sends him out the other window. Yeah, like that's so awesome.
That's the best bit. The whole Tyrannosaurus in San Diego is pretty awesome.
It is pretty cool. Like poor Fido, like just getting eaten up because he's just trying to figure it out. Like. And then, like, I love the parent moment too, though. He's like, "No, there's a dinosaur outside." And no one believes him until like they like actually get there, and they're like, "Holy shit!" Like, we cannot be here, man. But like, I feel like I don't know if you're safer inside or like jumping in the car and getting the hell out of there. Because you watch those people driving in traffic. That one lady's just foot to the floor, reverse, is only looking at the dinosaur, not where she's going.
San Diego, fun fact, Pat Sajak's favorite city.
Really?
I don't know who that is. Is that a sports guy?
Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, Wheel of Fortune. Oh, cool.
I actually don't know that. He just gets really excited whenever San Diego comes up. So... We've established it's his favorite city.
It's
That's all
canon.
I could think. I was like, exactly. I was waiting for like Pat to show up somewhere, you know, Mr. Sajak be like, buy a Val T-Rex, damn it, you know? Half a car.
But yeah, what the heck is it? I always love like the Velociraptor sequence too. I feel like it's a lot scarier than any, like, I mean, maybe not as iconic as the kitchen scene for sure, but like it seems a lot more like terrorizing in the sense like they are being hunted and they're trying to get in there actively.
Yeah, it's like pretty intense.
Yeah.
I like the bit when she's like on the roof and there's like
one of the shingles.
With the shingles and like there's one down on the ground and then there's like one on top coming after her.
Yeah, no, I think that's clever, and like it's just like the whole fight sequence, because like all they can do is run.
Yeah,
and like just try to find a way to like hide out, and like I thought that was so cool, and the one guy starts panicking about the long grass because that's where they typically like to hide. So it's cool. Like there's so many cool things. I also really like the guy who's like the Dinosaur Pro, like the Wish Alan Grant, and he's like, just before your favorite scene, he's like, yeah, like he's talking about like the neck of like the Pachycephalosaurus or whatever, and he's like, yeah, when it tilts its head down, it's like perfect, and all of a sudden that's when he bashes him into the car door, and then he dies to a T-Rex.
Yep.
Come on.
Lots of people die to a T-Rex in this movie.
They really do. They really do. But like another great scene though, like is when the T-Rex stumbles into their camp because they're just big chilling.
Yeah.
Everyone starts freaking out. Like so many good moments in that.
So good.
Like,
I really like they did a few times with like the water in the footprint in like the stomps, like in the first movie with the water and everything with the T-Rex comes. Like, oh, this shit's about to go down, you know?
Yeah.
Big fan.
Big fan, because it almost like ripples in like a weird way they would make it do it. Like it seemed like it was going inward as opposed to outward. Yeah. So I was like, that's kind of it's just neat, and like also like the fact that you get 2 T-Rexes.
Dude,
you know, before
we doubled them.
We doubled up.
In the third one, do we get 4?
You know what? That's you're gonna have to wait and find out.
Next time you're on, you know.
That's right.
Wait, can you be on next week too, so I can find out?
I mean, you can watch the movie, Mac. You don't have to wait.
That is true. You are accurate in that statement.
But I mean, yeah, like it's 3 is definitely a different approach, but I won't go too deep.
Yeah, very different film.
I just looked at like the cast list for it. I know it's not by Steven Spielberg, and I saw like Grant's back. I just saw Sam Neill's back, so I'm assuming Grant's back, and William H. Macy's in it.
Yes. He is
Mace.
Mace man, the king of shameless.
Yeah. Oh,
but yeah.
Yes. William H. Macy reminds me that this is the 4th Peter Stormare movie we've done on this show.
He's that guy.
He is.
He's always around.
He is.
So let's see. So we did this one. We did Fargo.
Yep.
We did Armageddon.
Yep.
Oh, which one am I missing?
I forgot about this one too, but
what is it? What's the other one?
Big Lebowski.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. He's not doing his normal Peter Stormare thing.
No, he's not. So I'm thinking, other than Harry Potter, omitting like Harry Potter and whatnot, I think Peter Stormare might be up there for like the most watched actor on
He's
show.
Got to be pretty high up there.
I'll have to look.
He's got that many like films, eh? Or like or I guess
he's in so many movies.
Lot, yeah.
He's just like he's all over the place. Mm-hmm. Like you look at a picture of this dude and you're just like, oh, he's that guy.
That's exactly what I did.
I was just like I clicked on him because I have like the cast. He's 70. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what shocked me too.
He's old as hell. Like. And I looked at like some like it's like movies and shows and it's like Swedish dicks.
Like, hell yeah, you know.
I was like, cool. But yeah, like I feel like just like I mentioned earlier, the variety of dinosaurs in this movie is super neat. Even though like you don't get like as many like I guess nice moments, I guess, or like happy moments like in Jurassic Park, like with the Brachiosaurus and stuff like that. But you do get to see like, if dinosaurs existed or they were able to clone them, a company would be out there like, all right, like someone's got to do the dirty work, like let's go. And like when they're ripping down like what the heck's that name? It's like I can't remember the name, but it's like Ducky from The Land Before Time.
Oh yeah.
It's like Paracephalosaurus or something like that, and it's like they yank it down to the ground. You're like, oh, that's so sad. But you see Stegosaurus, Triceratops, and all these like it's like so many cool like iconic dinosaurs.
Love it.
So I was pretty pumped about it. Like,
yeah, I like when she pets the Stegosaurus. Like, I want to pet a Stegosaurus now. Like,
for sure.
Let's go find one.
Like I am Sarah. Like let me. Yeah. And then that flash just makes that thing freak out.
Yeah. Gotta be careful of that, you know?
Like the Stegosaurus is supposed to be like one of the dumbest animals in the history of the planet.
Yeah, it's supposed to have like a brain of a walnut or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's like actually like really dumb.
Yeah, like I've heard it's like more like an insect than like an actual animal. Like it is dumb as hell.
Do you think
But you know,
that's why it has like the blades or whatnot on its back, so that like because they're so dumb they needed something.
Maybe. But I mean, get hit with that tail, it's game over,
Oh
man.
yeah, you're fucked.
You're harpooned.
Yeah, gotta hurt, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, it's so cool. Like, what the heck is it? The waterfall scene is so good. Like when they're running through and like that little like red, I don't know what kind of snake that was, but
Oh yeah,
you know, Buddy starts freaking out, and then you like you just I love it because you just see like the water turn red, and everyone's just like, ooh, that guy did not make it.
No, not.
There's a lot of stuff in this movie that is just doing stuff from the first book.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they might have not needed us like with how much they do from the first book, they might have not needed a second book.
No,
like the entire opening scene is from the first book. Like it's like very like early chapter from the first book.
It's like chapter 2 or something.
Like the waterfall's like kind of something that was in the first book. Like,
yeah.
It's a lot of first book content.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, he's just like
third book from it too, or a third movie from it as well. Sorry.
Yeah, I feel like they didn't write any more books after that, did he? Or like,
I don't think
so. No,
Jurassic Park related. He's written, I think, one or two dinosaur related books, but like not within Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I was just thinking about like you guys remember when that guy got stepped on?
Oh yeah.
And he's like stuck on it like a piece of gum, you know what I mean? Like
rough.
Yeah. It's just a normal day for the T-Rex, you know?
Oh yeah.
Do you think he like scrapes like the T-Rex, he goes home to like the Mrs. and Junior and is like, damn, got this shit on my foot now. Gotta scrape it off, you know? Gotta be careful.
Just like it's like rubbing it on like a carcass of something he's killed.
Yeah, before he can get into the cave.
Yeah.
He's gotta clean his feet.
No human remains in the house, you know.
Yeah, come on now. Mrs. gets angry at him.
Okay, I got a thing. I gotta talk about because this has bothered me for years.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when the boat arrives in San Diego,
yeah,
this shit makes no fucking sense at all, man.
Like why the gate just gets, or like the.
Okay, so like when it gets there, the T-Rex is trapped in the the enclosed thing, right? Yeah. But it's killed everybody on the deck.
That's what I'm trying to figure out too. I was like,
fit in there.
First of all, I was like,
so the T-Rex broke out, killed all the people on the boat, and then went back down into the thing as it was because the dead guy is so the T-Rex killed the dude who pressed the button to close the doors back down and then jumped down into the doors.
Yeah, that's never made sense to me because I'm like, what do they all run at it to like get eaten? Like
there's like a severed hand on the steering wheel in the cabin. How did the T-Rex get in the cabin to eat the guy
and not destroy it? Yeah. You know, like it makes me wonder like if they try to take it a little bit out of the first book or something like that, or something where there had to been, you would think, another dinosaur on board.
Exactly.
Because how else would it get like that? Like it just doesn't make it makes zero logical sense, man. Like it's like the biggest elephant in the room.
This stupid fucking cop walks on board and just picks up this thing and is like, I'm just gonna press this fucking button. T-Rex, boom.
And he's like, oh. Like, I mean, what do you expect though? Like, he's just like, well, this might be the biggest crime in the year. Let's find out.
I'm just gonna walk in. I'm gonna take this thing out of a dead body's hand. Who cares? Not gonna wear gloves or anything. I'm gonna press this button, see what happens.
Evidence out the window. I don't care. Like what a play, and then they have to somehow lead it back.
Yeah.
To the boat to fucking close it up.
I like that bit when like Julianne Moore is like, oh, we're gonna steal the baby back because it'll follow us if we have the baby. Jeff Goldblum's like, what, is he gonna remember us? Like he's gonna go, you.
You guys took my child. And then like they just ripping through, like they're driving through walls. They're trying to like get through. They're like somehow this car is staying in like pretty good condition.
That's what I was thinking.
Like it's not like they're not worried about it. Top down.
I think it's really funny that like InGen is like, okay, we're gonna get Hammond out of there. Hammond can't run the company anymore. We still got this island full of dinosaurs, and still the only thing that they can think of is dinosaur theme park.
Yeah,
like they can't come up with any other ideas. They're just like, no, we're just gonna make another dinosaur theme park.
Run it back.
This time, obviously, remote island, dinosaurs get out, kill a bunch of people. That's bad. This time, San Diego. So if the dinosaur gets out, kills a bunch of people, much worse.
Like, let's not make this like a habitat where they can just do their thing, live and coexist. No, they need to be in my life. You know, like bring them back.
Be within arm's reach.
Yeah, like I mean, what else would you do with them? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like if you're going to, you know, captive, if they're gonna have them in captivity in that sense.
So
right?
like you mastered cloning technology, right? Like you can clone anything.
Yeah.
And they're like covering like they're like discrediting Ian Malcolm, who's like, yo, they cloned a bunch of dinosaurs. And they're like, shut up. We didn't clone anything. Anyway, we're not gonna sell the cloning technology or anything. We're just gonna make another dinosaur park in San Diego where everybody can see it. So yeah, obviously Ian Malcolm's book that we discredited, that was true.
Oh yeah, it just makes like so there is definitely a lot of plot holes, but I like to think that we can override them with cool dinosaurs. You know,
it evens it out.
It's very fun. It is just like they're just running it back. You know,
that's exactly what I put in my notes. Run it back.
They just like it. I mean, like look, just wait till we get to the later films. You know what I mean? Like they just.
Brainstorm for the next 6 weeks.
There was a fan theory on crack.com back in the day about the boat. That all the people on board the boat weren't killed by the T-Rex. They were either killed by people within InGen who were like obviously building another dinosaur park. That's a dumb idea. We got to get these guys out of here. We're just going to unleash this T-Rex on the city or whatever. Or it was Dodson's group from the first movie.
Yeah.
And they went on, killed all the people on the boat.
We got Dodson's. Dodson's here.
Dodson's here.
See? No one cares.
This movie should have had Dodson in it.
That would have been dope. That would have been a great callback. Right?
So
like
good.
Just to have him like roll up, but it would have been like, that. You know how epic that kind of would have been if like instead of like InGen picking them up after the train, it was just Dodson just like dapping them up, like let's go, Jeff, like he just comes to rescue them, like you know, like I'm here, don't worry, we're gonna get out, and then you know they have these like and then they do a similar thing, but they're also kind of still against InGen.
Ooh.
I don't know. That would have been kind of neat.
Also been cool if Muldoon was in the co-pilot seat.
Muldoon.
R.I.P.
The fake Muldoon in this movie. It's Pete
Roland.
Postlethwaite. What's his fucking Roland?
Roland. I wrote
Roland
dollar
Tembo.
store Muldoon in my notes.
Yeah. I love him. He's like, all right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna collect my payment. Like, okay, man, you do you.
Got it, bro.
You know.
He like defeats the T-Rex and then it's just like, yeah, I'm never hunting again. I'm done.
Yeah, he's like, I've done it. Like how he's like, what am I gonna beat? What's gonna surpass this trophy? You know, like it'd be kind of dope though. You have like a taxidermied like T-Rex head. Like that thing is fucking massive, dude. Like that is like, I don't even know if you could put that in your house. Like you'd have to like
mount it on the side of my house.
Yeah, like it'd be like in your garage. It'd be like one of those things that you just, or if it's in your living room, it's that is the only. There's no TV. That's
No.
for sure.
You don't
When
need a
did
TV
this
when
guy
you're-
get the idea that he wanted to hunt a T-Rex? Because he's
You know,
like he's this big game hunter, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so like his payment is that he gets to hunt a T-Rex. So did they come to him and were like, yo, you're like the best hunter. Do you want to hunt this T-Rex? And he was just like, yo, this shit's awesome. Or was this dude just like sitting around for years just being like, you know what would be great if I could hunt a T-Rex, but I just can't do it. There's just no way.
Because they're extinct. Like, yeah, right? Like,
then he reads Ian Malcolm's book and it's just like, I got to get a hold of these people because I want to hunt a fucking T-Rex.
I'd like to think it's a combination of both because he's trying to figure out a way to get in touch with them. But like, you know, you're probably calling Engine. You're getting like the direct helplines. Like, you're not gonna get to like the B like 3 floor levels like people where you're gonna call them and be like, you know, I need to talk to this such and such. They had to reach out to him and be like, yo, you hunt lions with your bare hands. All right, I need you to lead my men into this jungle.
See, that's the implication of the movie. That is that like they came to him, which is really funny because that means that they came to him to hunt a T-Rex. Probably, and we're like, yo, we'll pay you to hunt this T-Rex. And he's like, no, my only payment is that I'm going to hunt that T-Rex.
Yeah, I don't want any money, no cash. You're $1 billion, you're like a multi-million-dollar company. I don't want it. Like
my terms are I hunt the T-Rex and you're not allowed to ask me about it for some reason, even though you hired me to come here and hunt the T-Rex.
Literally, like, and he's all, like, he literally like Muldoon 2.0 to a T because he's so like mysterious in the sense where he only says very few words, you know, and he's like if who's the guy from CSI Miami, Horatio Kane? He just says a bunch of like, easy one-liners and just is like
his hunting the T-Rex scene is basically Muldoon's T-Rex fight from the book. Right?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. See, like you said, you didn't even need the book. You just need the premise. You just tell Steven Spielberg, Second Island, dude. And he's like,
Second Island.
I got it.
Bring it back.
You did. They should have done the James Cameron pitch. Just walk in, Jurassic Park, Jurassic Parks, 2 islands.
Out at the freaking door.
Just mic drop. Yeah, there's some weird moments in that film for sure. Like, I always I kind of wish we got to see like the other side of, and it's kind of morbid, I guess, like when the mother's screaming in the beginning. Instead of seeing Jeff Goldblum, like I kind of wish I got to see like what happened. I mean, I guess it also makes sense because they don't really like to, you know, it's kind of like one of those unwritten rules. You don't really see kids die or like get eaten and stuff like that. Yeah. But like, I wanted to see like I almost wanted to know the outcome of that whole situation.
Exactly. Like because they said she survived, but
how bad?
How bad is
right?
she?
Like
is she on the brink? Or like
it's weird because like in the book it's like not that big of a deal.
Right.
They don't do the Compies poison at all in the movies, which is strange.
Yeah.
Because in the books, the Compies have like a neurotoxin that like makes you like docile or whatever, so that they can because they're tiny and they can't like get at you, so they have to like stun you and then like, you know, pick you apart or whatever.
There's an animal that's like that, isn't there?
Is that like
there must be
blue ring octopus or whatever? No.
Maybe.
I don't
I swear there was something. Yeah. But like I could see that, but I also would understand why they hunt in like the packs, right? Because, you know, look at Dieter, like Peter Stormer's character, or like the little girl, like they just converge together, right?
It's strange. Like in the book, they're like buzzards. Like they don't like hunt or anything. They're just
they're just kind of like scavengers. Like how that guy actually describes them. Like they're not really like attackers.
And then like they're just like in the movie, man. They're just like, no, these things are fucking like
they're like land piranhas. Like like I thought Mac froze for a second.
Oh, okay. So I looked it up. I can't like. Sorry. So I looked up Animal that stuns you before eating you. And I found 10 animals that use bizarre methods to kill their prey. These are brutal. Listen, don't go near a Komodo dragon. They'll mess you up.
Oh yeah, no, Komodo dragons are fucked up.
According to listfirst.com, they hunt in packs, but they charge their prey and attack the underside or throat with their sharp claws and serrated teeth, causing rapid blood loss or fatal lacerations.
Hey man, they're in it to win it.
I just read a book about like people exploring the Amazon rainforest. I'll tell you, not a place I ever want to go.
No.
All the insects in there, fucked up, man. They're all doing crazy shit.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that one of the rainforests we have like barely explored?
Yeah, they're like that's like kind of what like the book's about. Is it's like the last like big black hole on the map or whatever, and just like the painstaking effort of people trying to like map it and stuff. And yeah, no, like never.
Because I feel like there's probably some stuff in there. It's like the ocean, right? Like it's like the depths of the ocean where there's stuff in there that we will never know about.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna kind of have to live with that ominous like wonder. Like what kind of monsters in there?
Dude. I imagine the world kind of like in Civ, where it's like all cloudy before you discover it.
Yeah.
And that's
Fog of War.
Fog of War, exactly. And that's the Amazon rainforest and water.
Yeah.
Water.
Because I feel like I can't remember how much of the ocean we've explored,
but
it's very small.
There's a lot of it.
There is, you know, like
too much.
There's too much. You know, let's start bailing it out. Everyone get some buckets.
Throw it up.
Maybe the sky catches it and then it rains.
Oh, then it undoes all the all the work.
It does all the progress.
Okay, wait until it's super hot out, right?
Okay.
And then throw it up and then it just evaporates.
See that? Have you seen it when it's really cold?
The ocean?
No, like when you throw the water in there and it's really cold. Like when you throw like hot water.
I've always wanted to do that. Where it just instantly freezes.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat. But what are you guys' thoughts on like the whole like T-Rex, like two team T-Rex?
Hell
like,
yeah.
Buddy's like got his foot on the reverse, like trying to save his friend's life. Rifle stuck somehow on like the gear knob and like this fucking I don't even know, mesh. And like he's just like and then he just gets like Lady in the Tramped by like T-Rexes, dude. Like,
rough way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did write in my notes, Eddie, no, because I was sad to see him die. But dude, the tag.
It's Toby from The West Wing. They just eat him.
I know him from The Good Doctor. Was it Richard Schiff or whatever?
Yeah,
he's in a couple other things too. He's all over.
Oh yeah, legendary character actor Richard.
Absolutely.
Richard Schiff.
R.I.P. You know, if only he was smart and just stayed up high.
Take the high
road. I mean, you would have lost 3 major characters, but you're still breathing.
Exactly.
Like, first of all, they should have been so mad at Nick from bringing this damn. They're like, oh, it's got a bad ankle, bro.
That's so fucked up to just like grab a baby T-Rex and take it back to your kid. It was like dude.
The biggest mistake ever. Like, are you
almost all the characters who die in this movie die because he takes a T-Rex baby home.
Yeah. Like the only reason Eddie dies is because they're fixing this damn leg.
Because it's fucking Vince Vaughn.
Dude, that like John Hammond had, should have been worried about sending him. Like I was so mad because I was like, every time I watch it, I'm like, a lot of these events would have went a lot different. Like, like even if they like opened up all that stuff, like still let all the dinosaurs free in that moment, like I feel like less people would have died still.
Yeah. 100%. Like you could have saved so many people, but God forbid we let this dinosaur go with a bum leg,
Yeah, I'm sure they could have had another, you know?
Yeah, there's two T-Rexes there for a reason.
Also, like, is the T-Rex a horse? Like, is it just never able to heal its leg?
Yeah, like
gotta take it back and shoot it.
Well, I think Nick's worry was that this this thing's gonna be scooped up by a predator. It's just a baby. Like it's not, because like I would like it to guess that like as like if a T-Rex noticed like the child is not doing well, I don't know if it would eat it or just say, all right, good luck. Like I'm not wasting my time.
It's a good question,
right? Like so they're probably panicking about like like for some reason they're panicking about like this baby T-Rex's life.
You got bigger things on your plate than a baby T-Rex's leg, you know?
Literally like getting home.
Yeah.
You know? Are you kidding me? There's nothing better. There's nothing more I would want than to lay in my own bed as opposed to being chased by a predator. You know, like, are you kidding me? I'd rather see that in my dreams and wake up, grab my chest, realize I'm sweating, and I just finished getting mauled by a dinosaur, you know, like, and then actually getting mauled, because there's no way that's comfortable, you know, like, unless, like, that the T-Rex one bite where it's just lights out.
Mm-hmm. Literally.
You would hope that, but, like, so, in the books, it's like the reason Jeff Goldblum doesn't like die is because like he's too small for the big T-Rex. Like it can't like eat him properly or whatever.
Interesting.
Yeah, like it just like he kind of like slides between the teeth or whatever, so he doesn't get like killed. Like only like the juvenile T-Rex can like eat people or whatever all the way.
I mean, like I could see it to a degree, because I mean, like all it's got to do is pick him up. But like, and then just swallow it, really, I guess. But I mean, like anything else it's hunting, it's probably much larger. I mean, like, look when they first find the juvenile, it's chewing away on some carcass.
Yeah,
it's.
And I mean, it's about like jaw strength and stuff too, right? Like, does it have like a really strong like snap down, or is it like like what's the deal? I don't know. Not a dinosaur scientist.
I'm not yet. I'm just wait. I gotta talk to some dinosaur guys. So then I can be that dinosaur guy.
We should, when we do Jurassic Park 3, we should try to get a paleontologist on the show.
Dude, that'd be kind of dope,
I'll work on that.
That'd be sick.
I'll look into that local
paleontologist in my area. Okay, I'll work
While you
on
look
this.
at that, Mac, do you have any final thoughts on Jurassic Park: The Lost World? Or actually, no, it's The Lost World Jurassic Park for some reason.
Yeah. Just in case you didn't know. I thought this was really fun. Once you're on the island, it doesn't stop. And, like, I feel like, even though it's a long-ass movie, it goes by pretty quick, for the most part.
Yeah.
So,
like
that's how I feel about it, too. It's definitely a fun movie. Mm-hmm. It doesn't do for me what the first one does. Like, this isn't a movie where I'm sitting down watching it, Like, I feel like Jurassic Park, if I'm flipping through the TV channels, Jurassic Park's there, I'm staying on Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Watching that no matter where it's at. This, I think I would probably pass on more often than not. But I do like the movie. It's a good time. It's Steven Spielberg in his bag, doing what he does best, giving you some entertaining action,
Yeah, it's like I said earlier, it's definitely one of my favorite films just because I just love the chaos. That's what I'm there for. Is like, all the science stuff is really cool, but I also just love watching people panic,
Hell
that does sound like you, yeah.
Yeah, like, I just love, like, that's why I like, because it's just the fear, and, like, not that I want to give people fear, but I just love, like, it's like, this is, I mean, I don't know how closely resembled it would be if we were actually, face to face, but I can't imagine it would end well, you know what I mean? Like there's no way, like, many of these instances that we'd walk away like fuck, like I need a beer after that, you know what I mean? Like, so I just like that it's almost like they go from like it's like a survival horror game, you know what I mean? Like they just they throw you in this shit and you're just like, they're like, good luck, like you got to get from point A to B.
Good luck, have
I don't
fun.
care how you do it, but like, yeah, good luck, have fun. And that's why I mess with them.
Hell yeah.
So before we end the show, I do want to I want to read off some of the comments that we got on the last pod, Mac.
Ooh, let's do it.
Let's see. From Aaron Roots 427. He says Steely Bran because I've been listening to Steely Dan lately. From Kate Rose. Not more chicken has kind of been a joke in my family for years because whenever I go home, 9 out of 10 times my parents make chicken for dinner without thinking about it.
Oh God!
So I always
not
assume
more
my family dinner is going to be chicken, and I make fun of them for it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Please,
I mean,
God.
chicken goes pretty hard though.
I mean, I like chicken, but you don't want chicken all the time. You know, got to mix it up.
No,
Unless
that's
you're
fine.
like, you know, you got to get that protein, got to get those gains.
So
Yeah, but like not like beef isn't gonna be less protein.
That's true.
It's just I think chicken's just a leaner cut. If
It's, you got to have that lean protein.
Yeah.
You know, those macros.
hot.
And then Joe Mertens, Murders with Mertens podcast.
Woo, woo, woo.
Great show. He says, The Return. Also, is that a Snake Eyes next to the Black Lodge looking lamp that I also noticed for the first time? Yes, that is Snake Eyes and Turnip Boy and the cross-stitched Jose Ruckus logo next to that lamp I got at Walmart. That does have like the Black Lodge pattern on it. But no, you didn't just notice this for the first time, Joe. These are up here for the first time. Just put this bookshelf in a couple weeks ago. Snake Eyes used to be in the old setup back in the old house.
Damn.
But now he's back.
You back, baby.
I also like that you got one of those wax things. You gotta flick it on, melts the wax or whatever. Is that what that is in the background?
Yeah. One of those guys right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, I was wondering.
Yeah,
what that was.
little wax melter. Makes the
Have you-
room smell delicious.
You ever accidentally stick your finger in there?
Oh, I do it for fun sometimes.
Yeah, dude. I honestly like. I
When you stick your hand on there and then like you let it dry, it feels really good to peel the wax off your skin. Oh, it just feels satisfying.
I kind of
There's
want
one
to do
ti-
that now.
There was one time this wax thing was going on. I was like, I wonder. Couldn't tell what it was for a second, so I stuck like 4 fingers in. I was like, holy
You put your
fuck,
whole
this is.
hand in it.
I was like, Jesus, this is hot, man. Like, what? And I'm like, you know, you're trying to cool it off. Like, what the hell was that? And I turned the light on. I'm like, oh, it's fucking wax. Like,
4 fingers.
I don't know why. Like, I didn't do like 1 finger or like, you know, hover my hand above it. I
Put
just
your
was
whole
like,
hand in it.
One goes down, they all go down. You know.
yeah, I was like, ooh, but you know, still got my fingerprints. So
That's
I
all-
mean, I like
that's
to
all you
think
need.
so. Well, I mean, you don't need them because then you don't leave any evidence.
Oh, that's actually true. Yeah, you want to burn them off.
Yeah,
So
That's
that
the best
people,
way.
so that when our cult starts sending nail bombs to people, they won't
That's
know who
right.
sent them.
exactly.
McKenna, if the people want to leave a comment on this video, what should they leave a comment about?
They should tell us. I'm trying to remember if we did this for the last episode when Brayden was on or not, but I want to know people's favorite dinosaur. And if that was the same thing we did for last time, tell me again.
And I also want to know what I was thinking about. Just actually thinking about it, I want to know what your guys' favorite dinosaurs are.
Ooh, great question. I think mine would have to be, you know, the Jurassic Park version of the Velociraptor. I know it's a basic answer, but just like the intelligence,
It's so
terrifying.
iconic, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the little
How about-
compies. They're cute, but they're
Compies be
deadly, you
cute.
know?
Yeah.
Mm,
It's kind of like
absolutely.
they're kind of like,
Unsuspecting.
you know, just a 2-footed bearded dragon. You know what I mean? Like just kind of
Exactly.
there.
Right. They'll mess
What's
you
the
up.
like the pterodon? Is that
Is that the thing with
with
the
Like which
Yeah.
one you?
that thing?
Oh, the
yeah, one of the
Dilophosaurus.
flyer guys?
Wait,
Oh.
the pterodactyl or pterodon? Yeah.
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 I like, you know, I always think we don't talk about how cool birds are enough. You know, I'm always saying that. And, you know,
Yeah.
they're like just like
Hear that a
the
lot.
dinosaur version of birds. So,
Hey,
yeah,
I mean,
I like them.
I love pterodons. I think like they're definitely like they're just kind of like big. They're so large, right? Like for how
Mhm.
big they are, like they're like 5 foot. They're like 5.6 meters. Like for them,
Damn.
like
That's
for some
too
of them,
big.
like that's fucking huge,
That's
right? Like
That's huge.
I don't think I could get a cage big enough to keep one. You know what I mean? Like,
Build one. We'll build one. Next TwitchCon.
all right. I mean, if we believe it, we can build it. You know,
Exactly.
we can picture it.
hmm
But yeah, like there's a lot of cool dinosaurs out there, and I always lean towards like the Jurassic Park version of the Velociraptor as well, just because like same with Jose. But I love like the actual Velociraptors they're called Ultraraptors or whatever they're actually I believe is what it is, and they're because like real Velociraptors are only like a couple feet, like feet
Yeah, they're
or
like-
something like that.
They're like turkeys.
Yeah,
like
they're just like
turkeys, basically.
Wow.
Yeah. So like the Ultra Raptors are like actually like what the size of like the Jurassic Park ones are, except they have feathers too. I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
But it's cool. Like there's a lot of cool dinosaurs, and that's why I love playing like Jurassic Park Evolution because you just get all these. You're like, this is dope. Like Baryonyx is so cool just because of the long ass snout.
Oh, let's go, man! I should have got my dinosaur book out again for this episode.
I have one from like when I was a kid. I actually don't know where it is. If I not rate this here, it's not here. It's not here. I'm not gonna. I don't want to be like, hold on, because I have.
Stop the presses.
Probably in my bookshelf. It's like underneath my table. Like I could get it, but I don't want to waste any more time in that sense. But it's like it's got like my parents gave it to me when I was a kid. I should really reread it. And like it's got like just has like a book of dinosaurs, and I'm like, this is great.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, I got one when I first read Jurassic Park because like this is my dinosaur era, you know.
Yeah, it's always dinosaur era time. Are you kidding me? It's just a different season. Like, what are we in, our Cretaceous arc? Or are we like which arc are we in right now? You know.
Well, speaking of the dinosaur arcs, Bray, we know you're always in the dinosaur arc. You've been streaming the Dino Crisis.
That's right. I have been. So, love that game.
If the people enjoyed you here on the podcast, want to go see you play some Dino Crisis, where can they follow you, Brayden?
Twitch.tv/Koryzma, Koryzma. Also, if you want to check me out on other things, it's at bkoryzma on like Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, I think, because that rat bastard took Koryzma. So,
son of a bitch.
And he does not speak English, the person that has it. So I've reached out in English, not realizing, and I've gotten nowhere.
Oh.
That's unfortunate.
We'll get our paleontologist on it, you know.
Yeah. We'll send the paleontologist out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you're not following the show, you can follow us on Twitter at MaxRuckusVids, or you can check this podcast out on YouTube, youtube.com/@MaxRuckusVids. Put up a podcast like once a week. Sometimes they're movies. Sometimes they're not movies. We talk about stuff. We're available on all the major podcast services. Just look up Maximum Ruckus. And if you want to hang out and play board games with us or something, or watch me and Mac, I don't know, be bad at Portal 2 sometime. We're streaming now. Baby. Twitch.tv/Maximum Ruckus.
We're official.
And I want to thank you guys as well for having me on the show.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? Like it's always a dream come true to hang out with you guys. So it's a good day.
Oh, you're one of the best of all time, man.
We love it. Appreciate it.
Legend of the game.
Love you too. Love you guys.
Love you.
But I love the rebrand. I didn't mean to cut you off there. It's exciting.
Yay.
Yeah, no, I think it's good. I think this is a much one. We're not named after another company anymore.
No.
2, you can spell our name now.
Yes.
This is huge leaps for us.
Leaps and bounds.
So
like so if I type into YouTube, that would be much easier. Because every time I type in HBO Max, it gives me like a bunch of trailers.
You
guys do not fucking come up, and I'm like.
That was the thing from Vegas. When we went out on Fremont Street, and someone was like, "Oh, I want to subscribe to you on YouTube," and we could not find the channel.
And you're like, "Fuck, man! Like, I'm real sorry. Like, I promise you, this is a real thing.
This is legit."
And Mac, when you're doing this, it made me think of like the Disney. Like, you almost got to do like Murray. Like, you're just like.
Oh yeah.
Should we film some like Disney Channel style commercials?
Can we please
use like sparklers and shit? You could just.
Okay, Brandon, hear me out.
Yeah,
hear me out. Take the train out to Pennsylvania, right?
Is there a train that comes out there?
I don't know.
It's like a week on a
always
train.
Trains, yeah, like
you know.
Okay.
And then we can find sparklers at the store, right? And then we just film some stuff. I don't know. I didn't get that far.
Yeah, sure.
Either that, or you could do it at TwitchCon.
Oh, that might be.
That'd be easier.
That might be easier, so you don't have to go out of the way.
Yeah.
You know, Brayden, you're more than welcome to come along if you want to take the train out to Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I mean, if we're gonna do it, might as well be around Thanksgiving, I guess. Sorry, I was saying to tell your family you're gonna have to. We'll be back.
I roll up
family.
with two guys. One's a Canadian and one's from California. Like, what up? You know, we're bringing all the guests to Thanksgiving this year.
Are you kidding me? I always got. You guys do turkey or ham?
Turkey.
Oh, I'm there. You know what I mean? You gotta be turkey. You know, I'm not a big ham guy. You know, like
interesting.
Like it's fine. Like I don't mind. You know,
ham's for sandwiches, not for Thanksgiving.
Amen.
You know? Yeah,
amen. I don't know why, but it just turkey feels right. You know, a little cranberry sauce, a little gravy.
Oh, yeah. Yum.
Ooh.
Yeah. Eat it all up.
Drown it. Drown it in gravy.
All right. We'll be back next week with a topic that I don't know yet.
Okay.
Until next time. Keep the ruckus to a minimum.